self-sufficient is so important. That's why we've got Josh Campbell from the OSU County Extension here to give us tips on how to raise backyard chickens.
Have you thought to yourself recently that maybe you are interested in raising some chickens in your backyard? Well, you're not alone. A lot of people have been asking about what it takes to raise backyard chickens. They've looked at prices of eggs and meat at the grocery store, and there's just a growing interest in people raising chickens here in Oklahoma. Backyard chickens are really an easy thing to engage in. Chickens are one of the easiest livestock to raise and care for, but they are living creatures, they are animals, and they take daily care. They need probably twice daily care, once briefly in the morning and once at night. You've got to think about water and food and the amount of space that they need. And so if you're somebody that likes to travel a lot, if you're somebody that is frequently gone, you need to think about those types of things before you just jump in with backyard chickens. Chickens need about 2 square feet of indoor housing space per bird. And so also think about that. When you think about the amount of birds that you want to have, you want to think about appropriate housing. They need protection from really cold weather. While they are very resilient, they do need some protection. They need protection from wind and from rain. And so that indoor space is really important. There's some things you need to have in that indoor space. You need to have some access to outdoor space from the indoor space. You need to have some places for them to roost. That's where they sleep at night. You also need some nesting boxes. So typically you want about 1 nesting box for every 3 to 4 hens that you have. Once you get chickens from chicks, it takes about 15 weeks or somewhere between 4 to 6 months to actually see your first eggs. They have to become mature adults before they start to lay eggs. And we also have an online course that you can take. It's a self-paced module. You can take it just kind of at your own pace, and it walks you through a series of videos and learning modules so that you feel really comfortable with everything that goes into raising backyard chickens. It starts with breed selection, so it'll walk you through some of the breeds that might be a good fit for you, all the way through to feeding and housing and care, and then also some of the risks associated with backyard chickens. One common question with backyard chickens is, do they need to be kept in an enclosed space, or can they have free access to the outdoors? And that's really a personal decision. If you have a chicken coop that has an enclosed or fenced-in area, that what we would call a run, that's going to help mitigate predator issues that you might experience. So you're going to have more predator protection. However, that open access to the outdoors is something that is going to enrich your birds and give them the opportunity to forage for food and bugs and things that are going to enrich their diet. And so that question comes with pros and cons with either decision. And so really assess what might work for you. If you live in an area where predators are going to be a big issue, then an enclosed housing space may be the best option. If you live in a small lot interior to an urban area, you may have less issues with predator, and you may be able to just let them freely roam around your yard when they're not closed up in the coop. Another thing, we often hear people ask, do I need a rooster if I'm going to have backyard chickens? And the answer is no. In fact, most municipal ordinances exclude you from having roosters. They're noisy, and they can sometimes be aggressive. And so all you need for egg production is hens. The only reason you would need a rooster is if you were wanting to breed and to produce baby chicks. And so for most backyard chicken enthusiasts, a small flock of hens is all you need to have a strong and steady supply of eggs all year long. Another consideration that you have to think about is food and water. And of the two, water is most critical for chickens. Our Oklahoma summers can be very hot and brutal to birds, and if they don't have regular access to water, then they can very quickly become overheated and can die. Because chickens don't sweat, they actually require water to help them regulate their temperature. Food is also very important. When we think about the food needs of chickens, we really need to think about the stage and age of those birds. So when they are brand new chicks, it is really important that we feed them what would be called a starter mix or a chick mix, because they need a very high level of protein to help them grow into a strong and healthy, mature adult bird. Once they hit a laying stage, they don't need quite as much protein, and so we would switch to what we would call a layer mix. And all of these feeding details can be found in our fact sheets and in our online courses, and so I encourage you to look into that, but be aware of the fact that depending on the age and the size of the bird, their feeding requirements are going to be a little bit different. While there are a lot of benefits, backyard chickens can be a potential source of pathogens. Things like Salmonella and E. coli are risks associated with backyard chickens. And so it's important to be aware of how to mitigate those things and to practice cleanliness when it comes to raising backyard chickens as well. And so those resources will give you all the tips and the tricks that you need to have success raising backyard chickens if it's something that you're interested in. And as always, you can always call any OSU Extension office, and we would love to talk you through what it would take for you to have success raising backyard chickens at home.
You can drop by the Oklahoma County OSU Extension Center on Northeast 63rd Street in OKC to find out more, or call them at 405-713-1125. You can also visit extensionokstate.edu.